What is
Morning.
happening? Good morning.
What do you mean? What is happening?
You just feel you get the vibes. You get the vibes.
I listen. I'm just excited. First of all, I woke up 1 hour ago, opened my email, and I found AI and QA newsletter there, and it says, "Hey Sergey," and there's one dude who left his take. Didn't even read it, and then I saw there was a sponsorship. We will talk about this later. And I was like, okay, I need to read as many articles as I can because in 1 hour we're gonna be reviewing them. Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, and you know what it means? It means that we have another newsletter coming into your email inboxes. And if not, you can just go to aiandqa.com and review current and previous newsletters. And yeah, it just learns so much. Maybe not learn. Maybe you're like already a genius. Maybe you already know everything. Maybe you read it and be like, nah, I do it another way. If you're a person like that, if you really open a newsletter and read everything there, and you think that it was not useful because you do it absolutely different way, but still with AI because it's AI and QA, please let us know. We would love to have you as a special guest.
Oh yeah, you can, and maybe even a co-author, co-writer. Help me curate this thing if you're one to read it all. But yeah, we are super glad you're joining us, whether you're live or you're watching a recording. We're glad you're here. And
Yes.
with that said, go ahead and poke fun at me. Let me know where I did bad, Sergey. Go
You
be a tester. Go
okay?
test my
Okay, so
newsletter.
the first failure, I'm sending this newsletter back.
Well, first off, did you use AI in your analysis?
No,
Okay.
no, I did not because, but I didn't need to use AI. So you see, this is a perfect segue into one of the articles you included. I think somewhere I don't even remember where it is. Oh, it's the first one. Heavy AI reliance made me forget Playwright and Selenium. This was a just a post on LinkedIn and where a person says, "Listen, I've been using it so much, I forgot how to think." Kinda. That's not what they said, but you know me, I love to say shocking things. But what I wanted to say back to reviewing your newsletter is that I don't need AI because to read them because I use my brain and I use my memory and I have both working very nicely. You included the same article twice now.
Which one?
I think from Sergey.
Okay. Well, first off, let's go. Let's
Here's the
go find
failure.
the first one.
Look, how are you
Let's go
gonna deal
find the
with
first one.
failure?
Oh, this one right here. So,
Yes, that's the one.
let's take a peek at this
Of
because
course.
I mean I do think there are. Hey, we're live.
Hey,
Um, there are some important things to talk about here before we go find more bugs in the newsletter.
of course.
So,
Yeah. What did you
and
want to
and
talk about?
maybe it wasn't a bug, but let's just it probably
It was a
was, but
feature. It was all intended. Oh, I meant to do this, but, but well, yeah, Saksham just said that, but okay, so basically, what did you read here? What did you, for me, it was, I took it very simple. You know what?
sure.
We still need to use our brain. We still need to do that, even though we have AI, even though you can ask AI now anything. And again, I think it's gonna be forever. Well, forever is very no, it's dangerous word. It's gonna be for a long time where learning to code is gonna be still important
Yes.
for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, you have another article which I want to connect, but we want to finish this one. Uh, so yeah, so basically, that's what he said. This is how I read it. Did you read it differently?
No, I mean, I read it very similarly. I mean, he brings up a good point that if you rely on these tools to do your job and to do the thinking, I think that's
Hmm.
key. If you
Hmm.
say, go build me, go build some automation for me, you will, yeah, you're gonna have problems. If you never went and learned the defaults of Selenium or Playwright, you're really at a disadvantage because you haven't learned it already. You haven't done the hard work to understand, like, what does this thing do? What does this method do? What does,
Yes.
page.locator actually do?
Yes.
Where is it going to fail? What are all the different things you can pass in to a page.locator? If you don't know those things, well, one, it's going to be very hard for you to debug things when things
Hmm.
do fail and when the AI is getting stuck in a circle, which I would argue it gets stuck in a circle less and less. So maybe that's less important. But if for some reason, like, what if, you know, Claude goes down like it did
Ooh,
yesterday at like 5 p.m. on a
it did.
Sunday,
Okay.
What if it's down for a couple hours, right? And you've got a release deadline, everyone's waiting on an answer, and you're just sitting there. I mean, what do you do? Maybe maybe you go use like a different product, but ideally you should be able to get yourself unstuck. And I wonder if I do think it's important just to know how it works so you can be a better architect. And I don't know, use AI tools wisely and in moderation. I would say it depends on what that is. Don't farm out your learning, is my takeaway. Like,
Yes.
go do the work to learn how these things work, but definitely leverage AI once you do, because you do have a lot of gains. But you also just need to be aware that, there's a lot of articles. Using AI will make you dumber. And I think there is some truth to it, but I don't think that is 100% the truth because I do think it's a new abstraction layer where we're going to have a new abstraction layer where we're just typing text
Hmm.
versus memorizing syntax, even though knowing syntax will make you a way better tester and automator.
Yes. About AI making you dumber, it's a good hot take, by the way. It could have been a hot take.
It could have been,
AI
well, the
makes you dumb.
conversation. I don't think the idea, though.
Yeah.
Maybe.
About moderation, obviously, like, when people say words like this, everybody takes what they want to. So for me, moderation means absolutely different, than what it means to you, you know. Um, about AI makes you dumber. Um, I so there is a yes and no again because it's a big statement, and if I want to be a little spicy, I say yes, 100%. It will make you dumber. We'll go all the way to the one side of the coin, and of course, if you just start heavily rely, and I do believe that like this is what the point of the whole post, right? So if you for the last few months, because this is I think when it's like really picked up when everybody's doing it nonstop. Yeah, there's gonna be a point in time when you will struggle a lot. To make LE5 for everybody. Did you learn Spanish in school? Yes. How much Spanish do you remember and how much Spanish can you speak now? Right? So, for the knowledge to exist and for the knowledge to persist in the memory, it needs to be used. Muscle memory, I work out a lot. I didn't because of like my vacation, and then I got sick, and then I was busy at work, and I kind of skipped the gym for a little bit.
Kind of.
Well, kind of because I would come there, but for way less than I normally
Got it.
would. So yeah,
So
so
you,
it's
you
like
still went to the gym. You
I
just skipped the hard parts.
Kinda. So I kind of went to the gym.
I kind of use these AI tools. I
Exactly.
kind of write automation.
But that's what I do. I kind of use them. I don't heavily rely. I don't have. I do. Oh wait, too many conversation at once. So to finish the gym analogy, I got a compliment from my trainer. He was like, "Oh wait, you like been mixing a lot, but you seem all right." Because I kind of went, so I still kept going and trying to maintain it, right? So I didn't push. I didn't like learn new exercises. I didn't do anything crazy, but because I've learned before for years going to the gym and I've grown muscle, just going that a little bit was enough not to lose it. So AI will make you dumber if you just give up. If you just handle the whole process to AI and then you like, you know what, it knows better than me. I'm gonna let it do. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't heavily rely on it. I do use it every single day. In moderation, it depends on what. Some things, it's a lot, but critical thinking and actual thinking, yeah, that's what will make you not dumb, obviously. So just keep thinking. Just keep thinking for sure. Yes. So this is how I read this post. Is yeah, of course. I immediately thought of Spanish because every time when I speak to Americans, they're like, "Oh, I took Spanish in high school," and I'm like, "Oh my god, hola."
It was a long time ago. Yeah, hola. My
Exactly.
name is
Boom.
Guillermo.
Goodbye. But yes, yes, and I think we've seen it in a few articles now, and one of the articles from today also mentions that the AI is outputting so much right now, and there is so much work is produced by AI. What happened on the weekend? Just a real story, a real life story. AI in QA. I spoke to a few developers, and one of them is actually working at the company and actually in the department of creating AI agents. And so all developers, all just literally every single one, were complaining that now because AI writes code and pushes it so much, and then AI reviews the code, still somebody needs to review that review. And the biggest complaint actually was about that at this point it's becoming impossible for a human to review that much, and especially you get tired because you didn't write it, and AI comes up with like, oh, I'm gonna add this new function and this new function. So you literally look at somebody else's code, you looking at somebody else's review of somebody else's code, which is crazy. Which, so what made me crazy is one person when he asked like, so you also in tech, and I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? And I'm like, QA. And he went, oh. And I was you know me. I was like,
He's lived your talk already.
yes. So yeah,
Good
but
testing is bad news.
good testing is bad news, and I am yeah, I'm still shocked that there are people who think of QA as his point was like that AI can review my code, why do I need QA? And I was like,
Ooh.
buddy, tomorrow at 8 a.m. just tune in into this thing where I and another QA person will be discussing that. And obviously, yes, but this is, again, AI will make you dumber because you use AI so much you say QA no longer needed. So this is to sum up everything what I've been saying in the
Yeah.
last few minutes.
And there's a lot to talk about when it comes to, well, AI writes the code, AI reviews the code, maybe someone else reviews it. If someone else is reviewing the code that you had your AI agent produce, and you have not, maybe you don't even fully understand it, but maybe you tested that it works, and a code review has to happen. There's a term that recently got coined that I saw floating around called a meat proxy, and the idea is,
Okay.
you've got, yeah, you've got all this like AI generated stuff, that
Mm-hmm.
I'm proxying over to you to review. So I'm the meat
Mm.
proxy in the world of clankers and robots.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
And who knows? If that second engineer is like, well, let me just have my AI agent review your code. Now, what are we doing here?
yes. Yes. But so yeah, great intro. Do we want to jump straight to the hot take?
Let's do it.
Let's do it because I think it's part of the conversation we're having right now. So it logically makes sense, and I want you know what my favorite thing is now to hear you explaining why it's a hot take.
All right. So this is from Zachary Tay. Not sure about all engineering work, but from personal experience, I feel like in the near future, solving 90% of bugs will be eradicated from a software engineer's job scope. With proper workflows in place, I believe testers, with the help of AI, can identify and automate resolution of most bugs without software engineers' assistance. So I think it's a hot take because this guy is saying testers are going to be committing production code potentially. So
When I heard, all I needed to see is 90%. As soon as I see 90%, I'm like, ooh, that's fun. Um, yeah, that's crazy to
so
me.
let me ask this, Sergey, have you ever
Yes.
fixed a bug
Yeah.
in production?
In production? What
Yeah,
do you mean?
just
In
via code pull request.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I opened a pull request. So
Yeah,
yeah, if I saw a
but that
bug,
that got shipped to production and it fixed a bug.
yes.
Yeah, I mean me too. But I think the key is one, you've got to have the right culture
Mm-hmm.
available, and you can see my take down here. Like I could see this happening with high functioning teams that carry high levels of trust. Like if you've been on a team like that, you know. And I know we have been on a team like that. And
Mm-hmm.
it made it one safe to do that, but two, I knew that if I broke production, like I'm going to be the one fixing it. But we also had the right guidelines, the right quality gates in place. So I couldn't break things too bad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but yeah, but I agree. Actually, I didn't even think about it about the culture, how important it is because we all now think about like oh yeah AI is the thing is a whatever it's writing code, reviewing code, fixing code, shipping code, building code. It's doing all of those things with code, but we're still humans who work with other humans and we build this ecosystems inside of every single company, QA ecosystem, and then it combines with the dev ecosystem and becomes a little bigger one. And the culture around how even people view AI, and yeah, I think it's extremely important because maybe at some companies it's literally now at the point where like yeah we let's just all agree that AI is going to be doing it and anybody can make any input, and I'm happy for them if it's their agreement where
Yeah.
everybody's on board and it's working for them, and they have like one hot fix in 4 weeks. Great. I mean, pretty good. That's
My
not bad.
guess is if everybody's contributing, you're going to have more than one hot fix every 4 weeks.
Well, you see, that's why I dropped it. That's why I dropped there. Like, if you have one hot fix, great. Because if you have, if you start up where you all agreed on AI and where everybody can open a PR and it's a product manager and a QA and it's like, ship as soon as possible. Let's just, because we don't have that many customers right now, we just can experiment and stuff. And you have a lot of hot fixes. Well, I would not be. I wouldn't want to be there. I
Yeah,
would be
or
like,
worse, it's broken in production and no one knows.
because we have a massive, huge, green, a thumbs up from
Yep.
AI,
Yep.
which wrote the tests, passed them, and says all good, guys. So yeah, but
Yeah.
culture is important, right? But also, it has to be backed by not only, okay, good culture is amazing, but we have to have like some feedback on how that culture is doing. It's like, let's drop it. The bomb, communism, and for example.
You're gonna get us canceled, Sergey.
I'm not. No, no, no. I'm talking about my personal experience. Okay, for anybody who's listening, I was born in USSR. I can talk about communism as much as I want. Okay, so here's my take. My take is not to say that communism is bad. I'm just saying I just take a specific economic model, right? So everybody agreed on that to have one, but you have to have a feedback how we're doing, right? And you can see how you're doing and also compare to others, right? So USSR could compare to GDP to other countries and see how they're doing. That's what I was going to say, not to say that something is better or worse, but you see, it works. This is how you do hot takes, man. This is how you do hot takes, okay?
I'm
But it
sorry,
wasn't.
my takes are not hot enough for you, Sergey.
No, no. Like you dropped the word. You see, and it makes you freak out. But yeah, I'm not saying that any model is better or worse or whatever. My point is that culture is great, agreements are great, but you do have to take a moment and be like, am I doing okay? It's literally you cooking a dish, you making soup or whatever. I don't know, what are you cooking? And then you're like, okay, let me actually taste it. Is there enough salt and stuff? You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's my point with all communism things. Anyway, yeah, the hot take was, yeah, it's just wrong. Anyway, let's
All right.
my personal
Tell me
opinion.
where I made where I doubled up. What
Doubled up.
article have you read before?
The first useful AI tool for QA may not be an autonomous tester. I think you've done it before. It's from Sergei. He spells his name exactly like me because there are different Sergeis. And I think we've seen it before because when I started reading, my first thought was, wait a second. Wait a second.
Well,
Why can I predict? Why can I predict what is the next sentence? And then I was like, oh wait, I've seen it before. And we didn't talk about this, but it actually is a good article. So thank you so much for including it because I don't know why we didn't talk. So when it was first time in one of those newsletters,
yeah,
I had
maybe that's why I subconsciously added a second time.
I had a tab open, and it's usually like based on, if I like the article, I'll have the tab open, and that was an open tab. I remember. Well, first of all, Sergey, shout out. Same name. That's why I will remember it. But the second, he's talking about something where you can use AI not to write or review code or go exploratory test the system, which we hear all the time. He's suggesting an amazing thing. So think about, and I can think about it very easily because of the company I worked at some point, or maybe working. I don't know. I don't want to say anything. They have used different ticket management tools like Jira and Linear, and it's just a mix of few, and everybody's allowed to create a ticket, which I'm not against it. Absolutely, go ahead, allowed, as long as you use the template. And the template has required fields. That's great, But everybody can create a ticket, and very often I would hear people say in the meeting, "I think we had a ticket for it." I think this is a very good phrase for even. I think it's coming from even our times when we worked together. I think we
Yeah.
also heard people saying, "I think I had a ticket for it." So that I think I had a ticket for it. So maybe there was a ticket, maybe not ticket, and the whole idea is to make AI go and analyze everything what has ever been created, or everything what's in the tech that done, close columns, whatever you have it, testing, ready for test, and actually come back. And so Sergey is talking a lot about how to make the best model possible, like how to go analyze, create, and all of that stuff. But what I took away was that is genius. That would actually be using AI for what I love is like I'm lazy. I am just lazy. So I liked it.
All right, so here's a challenge for you, Sergey.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and maybe you demo it next week if
You
you
know I'm
if you're
not,
feeling
but let's
bold.
let's hear it. I just told you I'm lazy. I don't know why you didn't
Yeah.
listen to
Well,
me.
I mean, create a skill, which is just a workflow
Okay.
that will answer the question. I think I had a ticket for that. You pass in the context of what you think you had a ticket for, and it goes and does the searching and analysis across both of those tools and Confluence and anything else that might be an artifact where that ticket may be.
Okay.
Do
I
you think
already
you can do that? Do you have questions? Do I need
I don't
to
have questions. I have
okay.
time limits. I have finals this week. So
Okay. Well,
depending
after
on
your finals, yeah, this weekend, next
this
weekend.
weekend, yes. Okay, we'll think
The
about
the
it.
key is, right, the skills got to be named. I think I have a ticket for this. So you type in slash I think I have a I dash think dash I dash it auto completes. You don't have to type the whole
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But I think
yeah.
that's actually a great name to do a quick search across multiple things, and you can build up your workflow to use your linear MCP in your
Yeah.
linear or not your Jira MCP or Jira CLI, whichever one you prefer.
I'll think
But
about it.
anyways,
But to Sergey, the idea is that yeah, this is the name. Butch gives out a name for free. Thanks for writing the article and for the idea.
oh yeah,
This is the payoff. About so yeah, so he basically talked about all of this, and you can implement it for the things. I think it's I think it's your favorite sections, the tools. I have all the tabs open today because tools seem
nice.
to be amazing. So I did, was like, oh, this one is cool. Oh, and this one is cool, and this one is cool. Do you want to walk through the tools?
I do. Let's go look at this one first because it has fun visuals. This is the plug and play mobile testing with Claude
Oh,
Code
where
from
is it?
Jason Huggins.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I have it.
this is the guy that started Selenium. He went on to help with Sauce Lab, maybe a founder, I don't know. I can't remember, but he's been running a robotics company called Tapster, where he automates mobile devices, and most recently, he's the creator of Vibium. So this is going to be like a playwright competitor, and this is um, maybe a side project where he uses Cloud Code plus Vibium plus Rody. Rody is basically a small system with a bunch of dongles that lets you control Android devices via USB C. So you put a USB C in, that basically does a screen recording over into the computer that you see here, and you basically have Vibium interacting with the web page on the computer, interacting with the device, doing different things, driving a real Android device. So it's different than Appium, where you're like, think about like your Selenium days or even Playwright. Like you spin up this browser that exists and you send commands to it. This is different because we are saying take the mobile device, push the screen over here, but a screen plus a keyboard, so I can also interact with it from a UI. So you're actually interacting with the phone through like a virtual keyboard device,
Yeah.
basically. So it's very cool, technical, and it demos really well. But I don't know, I liked it. What did you think about that? Did you?
I like. For me, it's as soon as I see something like this, it's robotics. It's just for me, it's like Narnia. It's like Hogwarts. It's just it's magic. I'm always fascinated by it. It's like sometimes I would be very random now. But I would be like on TikTok or Instagram, and I would get those videos where like people build robots and they fight. And
Are these AI generated now? Or are you talking about like battle bots?
probably battle bots. I
I mean,
don't know.
they're like battle bots are small. They're small. They have
Yeah,
like
like this, like
yeah.
maybe the
Okay.
size of.
Okay.
Oh my god, that is. And I every time I look at it, and I see, I don't know, 12 years old doing it, and then I realize they built it, and I'm like, hello, Harry Potter. I don't know how you do this. Like for me, this is magic. I'm always fascinated. It's nice to watch. So, but yeah, it's one of those areas where I appreciate it, but not interested in doing it myself. You know what I mean? It's like
That's
this
fine.
is great.
Don't hire Sergey to do any hardware testing.
No, no, no. You will get a lazy version of me, and nah, no. Well, I'll tell you during the interview that I'm not interested. But yeah, so yeah, no, that one was that one was very good. Also, I think there was Open QA. There is a whole
Okay.
repo. Uh, yeah. So again, I think that one is great because you go and read, but one of the features is no selectors ever, and I'm like, ooh. And then we have CA, great evidence, no API key locally, 2 minute setup, dual engine, BDD, and YAML. So all of those things, basically, one of the tools you can go ahead and just, you know, install it and try it out because the setups they advertise takes less than 2 minutes. So if you have like free time today and you don't have finals, why not? Do it. But thank you,
You
Butch,
don't
for.
have finals.
I like when you include. I really like when you include. The repos and examples,
Yes.
and yeah. So that one is great.
I'm yeah. I'm a big fan of this. If anything, to experiment, right?
Yes.
When I look at this, I'm like, do we really need to introduce Cucumber and BDD? Like, I'm not a big fan of that. I know a lot of people are. I know it served a lot of people well, but I try to avoid it. But when I see it, I'm like, oh, well, this is interesting. Maybe this is actually an easier way to manage some of that, but still have useful artifacts. Hey, go give it a try. So
Yes. Yeah. Also, go and join AI testing and insurance. There is a LinkedIn group, and you also linked
there is.
that. Yes. So I am a proud member of that group. And yeah. So
Congratulations, Sergey. So I'll just my 20-second take on this.
go.
This group is going to be focused on. I would imagine, based on the people that are there, thinking about how to leverage these tools in a responsible way and to have discussion around where is the industry going. What
Hmm.
you're not going to find here is a bunch of tools like Open QA. So you are going to find very thoughtful discussion around how to use these tools, where are some of the dangers, what are some benefits. Those are going to be things that are discussed out there. So feel free to jump on in. If you're a vendor, your post might not make it on the feed. There is some moderation out there. If you provide like very useful content, maybe it does flow through. There's actually a poll out there. Hey, should we allow these? Should we block all these? What? So, but come join the party.
Yeah. And also, if you're a vendor, you can make it on our newsletter in the
You can.
sponsorship.
We've got a sponsorship section up here today. Our sponsor is the Automation Guild, the Test Automation Guild. If you don't know Joe Colantonio, he's out there. He's been doing this thing for 11 plus years, just sharing all the useful information about test automation. He does a survey every single year. If you're watching this, reading this while watching it, or listening to it in your car as you drive, don't do it while you're listening to your car when you're driving. Pull over right now, open up this newsletter, click take the survey, and just fill it out. Help Joe, help us. What's cool about this is all the results are going to be shared with everybody. So it is anonymous. That's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
Don't get in a wreck.
Okay, no, don't. Use your brain, and I use your brain. I found the article which when we were talking about brain and AI, you have an article, and I knew that I saw the article. Kristen has an article how to use AI with your brain, and just if you, I agree with almost I think everything. I don't think I don't think there was any moment when I was like, what? So AI is not intelligent. True. AI can be wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. You get what you pay for with AI. Also true. Also, is it me or it really eats a lot of tokens? Like a lot of tokens now.
It depends. It depends on which model you're choosing. But yes, I do think
I
with the
think,
latest
yeah.
Sonnet versions, like Sonnet 5, Opus 5, they eat more tokens.
Yeah, I have a feeling that I'm running out of credits way faster now, and I didn't change anything. Like, I mean, maybe a little bit. Maybe I got a better model. And I did install Playwright 162. 162.1,
Nice.
by the way. So, yeah,
Nice.
like I promised I would. So, yeah, you get what you pay for with AI. That's true. That's
100%.
absolutely. AI will lie to you. 100% will lie to you. It will find the ways to deceive you. AI will agree with you. That's also true. AI will use too many words. Well, yeah. So use skills. Use specific instructions for your AI usage. Give it, and also wait, AI will do things. Okay, AI will do things you didn't ask it to do. Sometimes,
Yes.
yeah. And well, the whole point is use your brain when you use an AI. But yeah, I also noticed in my personal that AI sometimes forgives.
What do
Oh
you mean
wait,
by
no,
that?
I'm sorry, the wrong word. I started looking. So a few seconds ago, I said instead of brain, I say brine, because I combine AI and brain. Maybe it should be a new word. So yeah, now like the whole English schema is ruined. Forgets AI forgets a lot, including instructions sometimes. I was yelling at it on Saturday, and I was like, "I told you. Do you remember how many times I told you not to do that? And you have literally written it everywhere." And it was like, "Oops, my bad." Or I remember once Claude was literally, I was doing something. I'm not gonna say what, but I was doing something, and I told it not to do this specific things. Which like you can do anything else, but don't do that. And it starts all right, and then it forgets the instruction somehow. I don't know. And then it writes the way it was, incorrect,
Instructed not to. Yeah.
instructed not to. And immediately, I saw that in Claude, I think. It draws a line, literally a line, and says, "Oh, I see. I just used that what you said not to use it. So here is like," and it was so fun to
But
see that.
that was in loop. Like you didn't interrupt it. It
Yeah, it was.
self realized,
Yes.
hey, I did
Yeah.
this thing.
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to like how do these AIs work? Like it's all through context windows, right? But maybe there's some breaking upage of context windows, or maybe it does a final pass on your context window to make sure it's not breaking any rules. But I've definitely, if you watch the verbose logs that come through, it's very interesting
It's very
because you
interesting.
can really see like how it works. So maybe next time when you're writing automation, instead of you know telling Claude to go do something and walking away, go and getting some coffee, make sure your logs are verbose enough and pick up some popcorn and just watch. Be entertained.
I do it. I once yelled at it in all caps. I yell very often at my age.
Oh
I'm
my goodness,
impatient.
dude.
But so yeah, when they rise, they know where I live. I'll be first. But I did see the first verbose log was what it was like. Oh, a user visibly dissatisfied with us. And I was like, yes, I am.
You need to. Why are you not screenshotting that?
Well, it's just too fast. You know, it's happening too fast. But when I
That's where
saw
you
it,
say like, "Hey Claude, go back and create a screenshot, a beautiful screenshot
okay.
of the logs from here to here." What was your first response? You know,
I need to do that. I
go
need,
ahead
but
and make
I
a cartoon out of it.
exactly. But I did feel bad. I felt like I upset him. But
Well,
he,
here's the thing: like they're algorithms,
yes,
and they are going to try to respond like humans because that's what they've been trained
yeah,
on. I do think that there's a movement of people that are thinking about the AI feelings.
okay,
This is a thing. I've not. I mean, it's semi-related because it's AI, but it has nothing to do with QA. But in my, you know, journey through the internet, as the content reaches me, I've seen this a little more and more from a couple different people, some bigger names that are talking about how we need to consider the AI's feelings and we need to make sure that we're nice, we're not calling it clinkers, and I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, I don't like it because I
that's a
think
hot
you're
take right there.
assigning something that has no soul and no feelings. Yes, it seems like they might have feelings, but they don't. It's just an algorithm. Like, save your compassion for those human beings around you, where you should be nice to them and care for them and help them.
So
AI
basically,
is just an
you
algorithm.
so basically you didn't cry when you watched Wally. That's what you wanted to say,
I did
Wally.
not cry when I watched Wally. I did enjoy the story, but it was a story,
I
and
know. I,
again, that could be an algorithm. Hey, I've observed all these ways that humans behave. Now, I did like the part where like the humans were like more aware. Like that was great. Like, but the whole like robot love story, like so love it's robots, man. It's robots.
there you
Yeah,
go.
it seems like they have feelings, but
That's your hot take, man. This is how you create hot takes. You know, you say AI has no feelings, and then we get canceled because I get triggered, and I agree with you. I actually agree with you that we're way too early to start talking about AI feelings. Way too early. Well, first of all, let's fix our own feelings, right? Let's
there
fix
you go.
our relationships with neighbors. And you know, you're like all of a sudden you think you're not yelling at AI, but you yelling at your daughter when she spills milk. Wake up. I could go way more on that, but we will definitely get canceled of creating different feelings to different things and reassigning things and emotions. Nah. So I agree with you. That's a beautiful hot take. That's a good one. If you disagree with us, please let us know. AI and QA, that's a website where you can go and leave your comments. It will leave your suggestions, ask questions. And yeah, I know that Butch always says that if you find a cool AI article, yeah, you can send it our way. And like I said in the beginning, if you listen to everything we say and you have a strong opinion, or maybe maybe you know it's you learn nothing because all these articles are something what you've been doing for years now, which is impossible. But we would love also to hear from you as well. So AI and QA every Monday. So what I can say is please review other articles we didn't review today. We don't review, probably, I don't know why. We don't review all of them. Well, I know why. We don't have time. We really don't have
We
time.
we talk too much.
We
That's the
talk too
problem.
much. You see, we derail conversations, all of the blah blah blah. But there are a way. I don't want to go through all of them. But you have the list right in the newsletter.
Yep.
Just open, read it. And there is a cute one, a good one on mutation testing. That's an interesting one that made me think. But again, we don't have time to discuss this. So open it on your own. And let us know what you think about them, or let the author know. Don't let us know. Let author know. Reach out and do all of that, and we will see you next Monday at the same time for the next newsletter. Yeah, that's it. AI has failed me finally. I was yelling way too much. Oh, I'm gonna go apologize. Turn off this thing.